everyone, I'm Brent from Brenspeed. How's it going? Today we're going to review the 2015 Mustang GT Premium. So we just got a phone call this morning that our first Mustang we ordered was in. It was on a trailer. It was being unloaded at our local dealership. So we headed over to pick it up. So what we want to talk about is the 2015 Mustang GT Premium, and check this out. And this car is awesome. So for months we've been seeing these cars on the internet. We've checked them out at shows. We know a lot about them, but we haven't had a lot of time to be behind the wheel of them. So our first Mustang here has some really cool options. Now, when you first get inside this, like any car you go out and buy, you're kind of overwhelmed. I mean, this is like a brand new vehicle. Like, where's the stereo? How do you change the channel? Where's the air conditioning? All that type of stuff. This is the same way. The cockpit in this vehicle is absolutely awesome. Now, we heard it was inspired by, you know, something you might see in like a fighter jet, and that's exactly what I feel like. A super symmetrical dash. We have some really cool gauges, toggle switches, and the seats in this thing are absolutely amazing. I mean, we've been running Recaro seats in our older Coyote Mustangs for a while, and this right here with the standard seats are so close to Recaro, it's amazing. Like, almost wouldn't spend the extra money for it. You got some cool gauges on the dash. We have oil pressure and vacuum. The vacuum gauge is okay. I mean, you see the needle going back and forth. It's something to look at. It's not really for me. I would like to see, of course, down the road when these cars get supercharged, a gauge that looks just like factory, but would have boost as well. So for those companies out there, hopefully like Ford Racing or Autometer or someone that's going to be making new gauges, I hope they mimic the factory looking gauge, but have something that would show boost, because the vacuum gauge really, I mean, it's not really of any use. It just kind of looks cool to see it go back and forth, and after you drive the car for a little bit, you're pretty much used to it. This car comes with push to start from the factory. There's not even a place to put the key in. So you got push to start right by a whole row of toggle switches with, you got hazards, a traction control switch, you have a steering adjustment. So do you want normal steering, do you want sport steering, you can adjust that, and you have a mode switch as well. So the mode switch, you can literally switch from, maybe I'm in drag race mode, you just hit the button, you're in drag race mode, turns off the traction control for you, or you can have normal mode, or maybe you're out in snow, you flip over snow mode and the car will adapt to that type of condition. So that's a cool feature. The GT Performance Pack, what is that? For the money, I mean, it's like $2,500. You get huge 6-piston Brembo brakes, and this car stops awesome. It's like 2013, 2014 GT500 style brakes and your standard GT car, and it stops like on a dime. So those brakes are well worth the money. You get an upgrade to 373 rear gears, improved sway bars, improved radiator. I'm gonna fire this car up right now, which is really cool. You know, you don't use a key. You just lean down, you hit the push to start, and the car fires up. Something I noticed driving this is it's really, really quiet on the highway. Now, that might be for a lot of you. It's totally not for me. I think probably tomorrow we're gonna have to change exhaust in this car. We already have exhaust in stock, so that's something I'm gonna have to address. But if you're wanting something down the highway that doesn't run you out of the car, this car, like literally 70 miles an hour, cruise control on, you cannot hear the exhaust. But startup, revving, acceleration, it does sound like a pretty cool muscle car, but I need a little bit louder. I think the average person is going to love the power this car puts out. The torque is really good at a decent RPM. It pulls really, really hard. From a calibration standpoint, there's going to be room for improvement, so we're really excited to get this car set up with our calibration here, probably in the next 24 hours. But one of the biggest problems I saw that we're already working on addressing is the wheel hop on this car. Now, this has some cool features. You got a line lock, okay, right from the factory. Hit a button, boom, we have a line lock. And in your water box at the drag strip, that's probably gonna be okay. Use that thing on dry pavement with the factory tires, it's probably gonna be wheel hopping. And we'll have solutions for that coming up pretty soon. We're gonna address the wheel hop right away, address the calibration right away. Looking at the engine, there's It's much like the 11 to 14 Mustangs. It does have some changes, but like right off the bat looking at it, there's definitely improvements we can do that won't be long at all until those are available for the aftermarket and to the customers out there that have these cars. So I'm really stoked to be inside of our first 2015 Mustang here at Brenspeed. We have more on order. We always have a wide variety of engineering vehicles for all of our development, and that's how we can supply good knowledge and good products to all the customers out there, giving you our factual information that we know from driving the cars, racing them, and tearing them apart rather than, you know, trying to read manufacturer's claims and tell you what might or might not be for you. That's my quick review of the 2015 Mustang GT Premium. Ford has a lot of other cool Mustangs on the market. Don't forget that you can spend a little over $30,000 for a standard GT with the V8. Awesome, because a lot of the other brands you gotta spend over 40 to get the kind of power the GT puts out. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, because that's how you're gonna stay up to date in everything we're doing. This car is gonna be going under the knife, and if you wanna know what we're doing to it, tearing it apart, what are we doing to improve it, what to do at the track, that's how you stay up to date. So subscribe, check us out, keep up to date on what we do, and thanks for watching this. I'm gonna go tear on this car right now.